Shalom, family. Glory be to God and blessed be the Lamb as usual. Sunday night, the eve of holiday, Memorial Day. I asked myself exactly what are we memorializing? Has something to do with the soldiers, right? I don't know. I don't really celebrate holidays. I haven't celebrated holidays in a long time now. I think it started with Christmas. Maybe I'm still upset that no one ever gave me a gift. I don't know, man. I learned a long time ago. Most black people don't celebrate Christmas. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving either. A lot of people in this country don't even know that. It flies right by them. It's one of the first signs of separation from the rest of society. The rest of society is out there shopping. When I say black people, I mean FBA. I mean, it's different when you're from someone else. I mean, from somewhere else. The experience is just not the same. But for us, we just look at the shit. You know why? I mean, I want you to think about the about the craziness of of how we grew up. We grew up watching TV, and every year, they would show us all of these commercials: happy families, brick houses, snowing. Some of them even had the brand new car outside with a big with a big red ribbon on it. The ribbon alone had to cost $20. Just a ribbon. I'm laughing because none of us ever seen any of that shit. It only served to make you want it, and then you try to attain it, and then it's unreachable. I guess you'll spend 50 years trying to obtain things that's obtainable. I mean, that's unobtainable. It's kind of strange, ain't it? I mean, around that same time, though, they were giving us entertainment like, can I get in trouble if I say this name? Um, the show they called The Good Times, and there was another one called Moving On Up. Oh, all right. Moving on up, a black businessman consistently had to deal with customers and other neighbors who were uh, who were liberal and racist. And then on a good time, you had a situation where the elevator was always broke. It's 20 degrees outside and the heater never worked. And a maintenance man that lived in your house because he was always fixing something. Remember that? And they called it good times. Induced poverty. James, I can't call their names. Anyway, with different characters. But on the flip side of that, I mean, I just gave you two northern liberal examples. But on the other side of this, we had things like Archie Bunker, the the avowed in your face racist. I think the name of that one was God dang it, it fails me now. Archie Bunker, Archie Bunker. Damn it. Good time? No, it wasn't Good Times. And he'll play that later. Anyway, I'm just musing to take up a few moments of your time. Because this, I mean, you can actually laugh at this stuff, though. The point I'm making is we are already separating. We have been slowly separating for the better part of 10 years. You guys just haven't noticed it. Because you're too busy and enjoying your happy times and your holidays. Very few of us even celebrate it. You know why? First we tried, and then no one could actually afford it. And then rather than us be embarrassed and shamed about it, we just stopped even trying. And it just became normal for us not to celebrate those days either at all or at the level the rest of you do. Is anyone insulted by that? It's just the truth. You have missed a lot. Anyway, what's going on politically today? We have a lot of stuff going on. It's funny too. I mean, you have the self-induced political decapitation of both parties. I mean, on the one side, you have the Democrats who know they're dead because they've even issued an autopsy report. You only get the autopsy after you're dead, you know. So somewhere up in line, up in there, they realize that they are dead, as in politically, with nowhere to go. They even issued a report on it, but they got it all wrong. They got it all wrong, as usual. And anyway, so we have the underneath that banner of self-induced political de- decapitation, you have on the Republican Party. That's pretty much Israeli occupied territory, full of nothing but pro-Zionist and AIPAC money. On the left side of things, they refuse to learn anything. The answer is right there before their faces. They, in their head, they lost the election because of other things. It can't be because of Gaza, genocide, reparations, or the proper support for either one, and they too suffer from the lack of representation of first of the American people, but then one of the most stalwart voting blocks that they've ever had. They outright ignored it. They also failed to see the social issues as what they are. May I say something without people getting well? Anyway, this is political. Listen, the Democratic Party, you have done a damn good job, along with the right wing Confederate side of the Republican Party. You have separated the black man from the black woman. Let's not even argue the point. Let's not argue that point. But you also done so politically. So now that you've done this, it is an imperative that you count them separately. Or you can say you may choose to not do that at your own peril. At your own peril. No, you didn't lose the African American vote. You didn't lose the black vote. Primarily, what you lost is the black male vote. But you have an aversion to even saying the word black man. So so why do you think you lost? Why do you why do you think you lost? Voter outreach? Voter outreach or something? It wasn't voter outreach. And no one voted for the Republicans. Not like you think. No, they just stayed home. No, they just stayed home by the tens of thousands. And why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? In 65 years or more, you as a party have given them absolutely nothing. For all that loyalty, absolutely nothing. And even now, you simply refuse to deal with black issues. Okay? You just simply refuse to. Fine. Fine. That's on you. But don't make it something else. Get used to this. Get used to it. It's not going to get any better. It's not going. to get any better at all, only worse. While all of this is going on, you have the gutting of the Voting Rights Act. That's against the 14th Amendment. All kinds of things are going on. And while that's going on, as a friend of the black population, now where was I? Sorry about that. A barking dog. Barking dog. But anyway, can we call a spade a spade? I mean, let's just start there. What I mean, before the dog started barking and yelping, what was I saying? You did not lose the black vote. No, you did not. No, you did not. You lost the vote of the marginalized. You lost the vote of those who you don't govern, and you don't govern anyone. You don't govern. Neither party can say that they represent the the American interest at all, or the people at all. No one can actually say this, and neither party have represented the will of the people in a long time now. A long time now. On the right, on the flip side of it, we haven't even got to the desperate antics that the politicians on the left are willing to go. Let's stay over here just a moment. Over in the 20th district in Florida, as an example, this is a district that is primarily black. The Republicans have rejoined the maps, gerrymandered one of the Democratic politicians out of their seat. And where do they land at? In a whole another district that's already controlled by, and I don't like that word, represented by someone black. Here's the election season, and there's two black candidates. Now in comes this white woman that's white only when she wants to. That's white only when she wants to be. That's a pro-Zionist. That's a out and out corrupt ass racist. I want to call her by name so bad, but we're not there yet, because sooner or later, that's like crossing the line. Once I cross that line, there is no turning back. Speak one name, speak everybody's name. See? Speak one name, speak everybody's name. So once that line has been crossed, it won't be no turning back. So what does she bring? She's pro-Zionist, corruption, full of AIPAC money, and she not only represents AIPAC, but she's a member of the religion or the culture that is indicative of AIPAC. Now you tell me, how will this woman represent black people in her newfound district? She won't. And what is the political setup here? The 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 actual political setup is, at best, the black population can only act as a swing vote. Split the vote amongst each other, guarantee this woman wins. We call, back in the game, they had a name for people like her, a carpetbagger, one who just goes from city to city or state to state or district to district looking for some seat they can run for, usually flush with political donations. And they'll just move in. She isn't capable of representing black interest. If you were to ask her right now if she's ever done anything, well, let's not do that. That's unfair. That's personal, but still factual. Yet she's there. Yet she's there. So on the other side of the coin, you have gerrymandering, court cases, Supreme Court cases, appellate cases, tax, gutting of the Voting Rights Act. And I'm just watching on, I'm like, my goodness, it is on overdrive. At first blush, it looks like everything has been planned out. If you, I know what you're saying, that all of these different incidences are not connected. Coincidence. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that may or may not be, at least physically, as in someone sit down behind closed doors and went to planning things. I don't think that happened. But spiritually, it's a whole nother thing. Spiritually, it's a whole nother thing. Okay? So it looks like a plan. And what is the plan? Well, to to the plan is to further man, to further a already failed agenda. This one is done. This one is basically done. What happened? They are done. And what are the upcoming po- arguments? Are the political arguments? What is it? It can be nothing but the usual: health care, rising housing, inflation, war, and that's about it. Oh, and from the Democratic perspective, Trump. Got to get rid of Trump. That's like number one campaign plank in their platform. Get rid of Trump. Well, get rid of Trump or not, Trump didn't bring these problems. A lot of this was already there after 20 years of their rule. And I'm not. Yes, I am. I am anti anything that that may hurt me. And the Party has hurt us tremendously. And they act like it's not even there, as if it's not even there. And they still, to this day, believe that they're going to somehow come up with some scheme to get the so-called black vote that they never lost. The black vote that you had, if I may extrapolate, is made up of what? Female. I mean, do you really want me? You know what? We're going to be frank. We're going to be. The black vote would be made up of seniors, Western educated, I mean, secondarily, uh, people educated in the secondary educational system, universities, wrapped up in different organizations that have produced certain perspectives and they guarantee connections and employment and things like. You know where I'm going with this. I'm trying to not to use certain words because I don't. I mean, I'm not trying to be volatile, but we know, no, and we know you know. Don't make me say things that I don't necessarily want to say, but you know what I'm saying, and I know you do. The point being, you didn't lose the black vote. You lost that hangover vote, black men. Oh, okay. And once again, why would you not see this? You worked so hard to destroy the black nuclear family, but you don't want the benefit of what you have fought so hard for to destabilize? I'm confused. It must be politics again. That's the only way you could actually understand it, and to ask young athletes to gamble with their career to force the Republican Party's hands to to respect black representation when there has been no black representation. I mean, black as in foundational black American. Zero, none. It is completely absent. This is why I say you didn't lose the black vote as per the new definition that you are actually using. And you're not saying foundational black Americans. You mean everyone else black that can vote. That's exactly what you mean. That's why you keep saying it. That's why you refuse to delineate between one or the other. It's not quite a plot, but it is a political scheme. But it's over. We are watching both parties implode. Implode. One party thinks that they can stave it out if they just get rid of the black vote. Sir, this is why shit gets cookie. What have they done? I mean, especially you, all you Southern folk. Do it look like black folks have made political gains? I mean, are you aware to what just happened? Political power and political gain do not allow things like gentrification. Know how that can happen? No black leadership. And who does it benefit? You would think it's the migrants, but at the end of the day, it's the white power brokers. That's who it benefits. I only say that to say that we've never gotten anything from so-called black representation, but taxation that we shouldn't be paying because there is no representation for the foundational black Americans of this damn country. So basically, it is taxation without representation. If we're going to just call a spade, and that's what we're going to do. I mean, it's kind of weird though. I mean, because you are fighting so hard. These are man. The Southern mindset is really something. You do understand that the very people that you gerrymander out of districts, out of house seats, out of political power, are the very ones who would do nothing to ever help us. Yet these are the ones who you go after? Sir, the rules are simple. I thought they were experienced. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Sir, this is not working for you. This is not, you have just destroyed a very well needed political buffer. Don't you hear me say that it would be nice if it was all white? Now, why do I say that? Because the other races that call themselves representing anything in this country outside of white sensibilities fail at it. It failed. So, by that measure, it should be reflective of what the culture actually reflects, which is white male sensibilities. I know you thought I was going to be nice tonight, and I am being nice, but we're being frank. It represents white male sensibilities. Can we just stop? God damn. I mean, I found myself buying three, 3 extra grams of smoke, and I couldn't figure it out. But now I think I'm pretty on to it. It's you. Trying to understand you. But anyway, man. Anyway. So what, I mean, once again, where's all of this going? I mean, it is a frontal assault with collateral attacks against the foundational Black American who can't see it. And it's been going on since 1969 that I know of, strong. Everything that can be tried has already been tried. One called themselves Democrat, one called themselves Republican, one called themselves conservatives, the one called themselves progressive and liberal, one called themselves mainstream, one, blah, 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 blah. They even got weirded out as name like MAGA. What's a good liberal one? Proud Boys, all this, man. I mean, what's really happening? Are we going back to 1952? Because, like I told you, it's going to be a damn bloodbath out here. A bloodbath. Anyway, that's not your intention. Your intention is to hold on to power in a democracy that doesn't really allow it. It does not allow any one party or any one person to hold on to power unless you jerry rig the entire system like you have. This is why you have people in power, so-called seats and governorships, sitting there 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. Do you believe that no one else in that state or that district is smarter, better? Then why are they still there after disastrous decision after another one? Why are they still there? Make it make sense? And you can't. And you can't. What I've learned is that the political process is nothing more than window dressing, a facade, a theater. Uh, it's just a theater. None of them are going to actually change anything. There are bright spots in the Democratic Party as well as in the Republican Party, but rare on both sides. And then the Democratic on the party is lockstep. They represent the party, and you could hope that the party has somehow shoehorned your subset of a subset of a subset into it. On the flip side of that, the majority of people who vote Republican are white. This is what I mean by calling a spade a spade a spade. Goodness gracious, our community. Shut up. You mean white people. Can you just say it? It was like watching a gentleman name a lady who I respect. She named every characteristic of this woman outside of saying she is a Jew. Why? Are you tired yet? I'm black. Hell, I done called every name in the book, tossed over ships, hung from fucking trees, fought the lions and gladiator, tossed in the hot fire, used as alligator bait. I mean, what do you want? And yet, even in 2006, even with that being known, I can be reduced to the simple moniker of a nigger. But at the very same time, I am supposed to ignore this, act like that's not there, while you have created, while you have created subsets of people in in this population that are seemingly untouchable by deed, word, law, or anything else. And while all of this is going on, no one's talking about the 1,000-pound elephant in the room. Every last one of them, let me take that back, retract that. Most of them are somehow involved in something nefarious, one way or the other, with names listed, who at the very least should be investigated. Otherwise, they sit there as a very mockery of law itself. They just sit there and they still make decisions, even though they've already shown you that they have issues of moral turpitude. Period. They have issues of moral turpitude. Okay? And there's no way out of it. Quite frankly, that's all they got there. In this country, and indeed biblically, it will say that the more willing you are to do vile things and viler thing and vilest thing, then the further you go. And that too would hold true in this country, in its power structure, elite, connected, all perverted. And some will say this is a black-white thing. No, 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 no. No, no, it is not. It is not. Again, you are the one to make up all these fucking labels. I'm, I'm not going to give two shits to Shinola. Trust me. Ask anybody. Ask anybody. I only give a fuck about good and evil and what is written and what is wrong and what is right. Anyway, that's my personal system of life. And unfortunately, it's yours too. Whether you want it to be or not. So you have one side thinking, well, we're going to make America great again. And no one knows exactly what that means. Thankfully, the whole idea of it as a movement has pretty much collapsed. It has collapsed under its own weight. Our Americans are finally waking up. Not to that, I'm not saying rather it was a bad movement or not or negative. No, we are waking up. And when they say no, they say no. And you simply lose this ability to force anything anymore. No one wants any of it. No one never did. No one never did. This country is run by a handful of selected people throughout time. Every president has been a cousin of, let me restate that. Up until Trump, including Obama, every president this country has had is from the exact same bloodline. All of them were cousins. You still think that you have a political process? No, like I said, theatrics, window dressing. Theatrics and window dressing, and somewhere along the line, they had decided that they are not playing with you anymore. They are going to do what they want to do, which is represent themselves and other cultures. Not cultures, but positions in other countries and their positions and their perspectives. Then they're lovers of money. They're lovers of money. They can be bought, and they have been bought. Really, like I said, but some of the things that they have done just a brief 100 years ago or so, they would have been executed for. Executed. Executed. Because, see, conspiracy alone, based on the severity and the outcome, based on the severity and the outcome, what you have is 99 years up to a death penalty. In this country, there's a many reasons why everybody wants to get away from law because they've been breaking it. Because they are the one breaking the law. I wouldn't want to be held to it either when I have willfully broken it. Willfully. Knowing what I'm doing. Anyway, not our business. Not our business. So back to the Democratic Party though. And like I said, until they figure this out, and they're not, because they are beholden to interests, donor interests, political interests. And what do these interests have in common? None of them pretty much like black people. But that's not the only reason. You have to understand on the spiritual level also, they're not blind to it. They're not blind to it at all. They know what's going on. Okay? So, like I said, as this goes further, expect anything. This woman understands that she is not who she says she is. So why? Here's another way you should look at it. She knows she's not who she is. So why would she be there? Huh? Because she gets to control black representation. That's anti-Zionist, anti-genocide, and anti-murder of babies. So she will sit there and absorb their power and their voting power and do absolutely nothing as she represents the exact opposite. This is what she will do, guaranteed to do it. Guaranteed to do it. And I'm sure she also understands that at best, she can split the black vote. Which black people, I would suggest that you vote for absolutely no one. If you can't get behind one candidate or the other 100%, then you shouldn't even engage. Take the easy way out. Just step out and you tell her why. You tell her why. Well, she already knows why. She already knows what she's doing is immoral. Does she care? No, not at all. Not at all. And she says openly, I can represent everybody. Lady, no, you can't. No, you can't. No one can. You can only represent you and yours, just like everyone else does in this country, except black men. And more generally, black people, but most definitely black men. And as of yet, the Democratic Party still cannot bring itself to say black man. Ain't that pathetic? Imagine that being told never say black man. I mean, um, as a part of a political strategy, if you say black man, people, then the people are going to start thinking about black men. We all know. I mean, I don't want to play with you guys anymore. This is not leadership. No, this is party play. This is party play. I mean, we've seen people, man, there's only a matter of time before I start using names because they're pretty much sick of you. Everybody is. Everyone's sick of you and them other people too. They don't speak for no one and you don't speak for anyone either. So again, you're asking for it. This America, say freaking Americans, everybody fucking playing with us. And this is fuck with U.S. Citizen Day. We should name it. We should name this. Okay. Anyway, this is going to end badly, and you're going to lose seats, the Democratic Party, again, again. But there's an easy way out. I mean, there are other ways out. I know what you're thinking, that I'm going to insist that you say black men and fight for reparations. No, no. If you just start calling a spade, that would help rather than keep running around the bushes acting. I mean, you see what's there and do y'all vote on this? Has anyone asked your donor class, well, why we may have to deal with the black issue? And what do they say? I would love to know. Do they know that we're going to do? Let me take a pause before I sink in some kind of unfathomable level of digression here. I'm finna start to saying shit that I know I have already said, and that shit is an exercise in redundancy. Anyway, where's all of this going? What do you want? I mean, I'm just confused. What do you think that you have given us? You have never given black people in this country anything from beginning to end, but destruction. Yet you think that you've lost something. What did you lose, and who do you think you lost it to? Because it wasn't us. Okay, let me tell you how I know that it wasn't us. Could we stop any one of the 259 massacres? Could we stop migratory policy that every 15 years or so, our numbers in terms of incarceration go up, unemployment go up, debt go up? See, these are just facts. These are facts brought upon by policy, not by accident, by policy. And yet you act as though it's not there. I mean, I ask again, what do you think that you have given us? What? Have you made some of us rich? I mean, did not the other class of Negro give you all that they could possibly give you? And they did. I mean, I won't be going into it, but they've all but condemned themselves on your behalf. But that's besides the point, too. What do you think, as white Southerners, that you have given black people that you can take? I mean, it's something valid. Valid. You've given them nothing. You would think that somehow that by you destroying their right to vote or representation that they never had, and I've been screaming for 10 years. I mean, you really don't, we don't have to listen to any of you because it's basically taxation without representation. And where there is no representation, we really ain't got to listen to you. And then the bullet and the ballot becomes just about the same thing. Bullets, ballots, it's all the same. It'll have the same result, sort of like a massacre. In fact, it would be a massacre. but new, but new leadership would come forth. Bullets or ballots, same thing, same thing. And we've seen it before. We've seen it before. We've all been through it as black people. It was literally bullets or ballots. Want to get shot? Go vote. Go try to vote. You may not be making it back home. But even saying things like that is to be rather repetitious, because you heard it before. You are well indoctrinated in Southern culture that you act like isn't there. Well, we're not going to act like it isn't there. And by we, I mean those of us who have chosen to act like it is there. And it is there. You don't like the term racist, but you don't want to explain what else drives you. Can you just say the culture? Sort of like you took the Civil War and the idea of slavery and why it was actually fought. Some say it was fought over slavery. You say it was fought over states' rights. You say that it was fought over property rights. But then when they press further, the very property that you speak of, which whose which right that you which rights that you have lost is black people. You don't get to own them anymore. And while all of this is going on, they're both passing bills that makes it possible to sell human bodies, human people, as I speak, and they still want you to listen. People they represent absolutely nobody. Stay frosty and keep your powder dry, because they're coming. If I'm them, I have to get you before you get me. I've already known that I screwed you over and over and over and over, and I know you're mad, and I know you got guns, and you're starting to um, get restless. Expect anything, people. Fear makes people do stupid shit. Trust me. Fear drives people. It's one of the strongest emotional motivations in the emotional spectrum. Is fear. Okay? Expect anything. Like them deciding, well, here's a good thing to do. Let's go and represent black people now. As a white woman that has done nothing but, I mean, you Floridians and you Southerners, I you want me to be quiet. This woman talks about Palestinians like she really believes, and she does, that they're nothing more than animals. Animals, while insisting that if you so much as call her anything, then the world must stop. She gonna melt like wax. No, you need this kind of fucking protection when you can't stop, or you can't fix anything and you are living in fear, period. Thinking that if I just stop people from saying it and speaking about it, it's going to somehow go away when it's not. It's not. So both parties have been an abject failure, actually. Both parties have been an abject failure as far as leadership or governance of the U.S. citizens. A complete failure. May I suggest that you just start over? I suggest that you just toss everybody out. Write your name in, write your daddy name in, hell, write your pet's name in. Just scratch theirs out and write your name in. And if you get them under 20%, then they have no legitimacy. Actually, under 30%, they have no legitimacy. Besides, you haven't only harmed them. I mean, you're not really harming them. This is it's not real. This is a theater. It's a theater. You think the founding fathers had designed a damn system for these other people to remain in power forever? 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. No, that's how they fixed it. Because they don't respect this system or the Constitution, and they want control. They want control. They want guaranteed results. Guaranteed. Not it to be left up to the whims of some committee or the other. They want results, and they have bought it. They have bought your Congress. They have bought your Senate. Bought it. Everybody knows it. I ask again, can anyone name anything that either house have done that actually benefits the American citizen on the ground? Instead, what do we have? Things getting worse. You are getting hungrier. You are going homeless more and more, more and more. And they know it. You can't even feed yourself. You're sleeping in your cars, and while they passing laws against sleeping in your car. You guys are crazy. Both, they're all nuts. And you're nuts too. So let me get this straight. I'm going to pass the policies, monetary policy that cause homelessness. Move. And then I'm going to criminalize the homeless for being homeless, while I build unaffordable housing that causes more homelessness in the midst of inflation and rising rents. And the same people get to throw you out. People, you can play the game with them. I know war when I see it. It don't take bullets. It takes casualties. Not bullets. That's what makes a war. It's casualties. Not bullets. Not necessarily violence. Casualties. On the ground, in your face, casualties. Facts. Facts. That's why I call it war. Because on a sociological level, there's a fight. A psychological level, there's a fight. A spiritual level, there is a fight. Political level, there is a fight. There's a fight on every level, of the war spectrum, except bullets firing. Everything else is in play. Every level of it is in play. In play. And excuse me, I'll be getting back to reparations, but sometimes you have to put the house out first. This house is ablaze. It is ablaze. It's going to be kind of hard to hold meetings and hearings in a burning house. This house is ablaze. It's just like a black leader, a great one, once said. He has elected, he made a mistake. He has integrated his people into a burning house. This is a burning house that two parties two foundational parties, one northern white people and one southern white people. I'm trying not to laugh. And we've been caught in the middle of it. Okay? And worse. So everything that they have done literally is meant to hurt one party or the other. Everything. Everything. Up to and including what we have now. Think about it. I'm going to bring people in because I know that they can vote for me later. And they're going to vote for me because I've given them things. That's not anti-immigrant. No, we're talking politics. Politics. Okay? What kind of party of the people is that? If you have spoken as the people, and these are your positions, and they get upset rather than fall in line with the position of their own voter base, then they should lose and they should not be there. But they don't want to lose. And they don't want to change their positions either. That meaning you suffer and more force, 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 as if they're strong. They act like they're new, not strong, new, and don't know anything, making mistakes, new, as if they can keep ahead of the train, and they can't. And they're not willing to lose power. I can only imagine what's going to happen if the Republicans picked up 4 or 5 seats in either house. It's going to get worse. You in trouble. A lot of you are in trouble. Okay? In trouble. Politically. That's going to play out in a number of ways on the street. Yet you act like you don't see it either. It's like everybody is just playing their roles. Just playing their role until it fucking happens. And again, we don't really have a dog in this fight. That's why black people basically sitting our asses down. We already know. We already know this is going to go bad. It can't go anywhere else. You have 2 more years of a man that they hate who was run on his entire platform. Goodness gracious, his platform was 2 things: immigration and anti-war. Now, where does that leave him? He's already lost politically on the anti-war side. So now he's gonna focus on what? Immigration. As he makes move after move after move, trying to give money to this group and that group and that group, or political capital to this group or to that group. Okay? That's what he's going to do. That's exactly what he's going to do because there's nothing else left politically. The only other thing else is him fighting them off. Court case as a court case, lawsuit as a lawsuit, multiple attempts to have him removed. Outside of that, it's going to be immigration. Just about guaranteed. So rather than sit around and twiddle your fucking thumbs and act like it's not going to be that, why don't you act like it's going to be that? Like it's just going to go fucking away. It ain't. It ain't. It's not going to go away. This country is in a particular fervor right now. A particular, peculiar fervor. I ain't seen it in my lifetime in terms of political in ever. This is new. And could nothing stop it either. Nothing could stop it. And they're trying everything, but it's too late. So where do we go from here? Well, my plan is that black people get the hell away from you and let you finish your bid. Because we see war on the horizon. Neither side wants to give, but at the same time, neither side actually represents the fucking American people. This is a party. This is a party play for power. Maintenance and entrenchment of political power. And nobody really knows why outside of you want more money to represent the interests of not the fucking American people. And you should pray that the American people never ask you in mass or come to the conclusion in mass of who and what you do represent. You should pray every day that doesn't happen. Every day, because that's going to raise the stakes, change everything. You think that people are blind? People are not blind. Anyway, that's neither here or there, but the stakes are high, aren't they? The stakes are high, very high, higher than usual, even for us. But for us, it's more like another just attack after many attacks, but this one seems organized on multiple fronts. like I said, on multiple fronts. On the outside of that, you have the sociological, where black people are just getting sued out the blue. And while that's going on, all of a sudden, black people are now in the business of producing assassins that always miss their target, goofy ones. I mean, come on, guys. Can we just stop? Will you leave us alone? We're not trying to kill President Trump. And stop trying to drag us into shit. This is your fight. Your fight. This fight belongs to the people who benefit from the process, one way or the other. It's not black folks' fight. You benefit from it. Now joust. Now joust. Grab your shield, grab your armor, and joust. Leave us out of it. I know that we're not really interested at all. So we're going to watch this one here out. Okay? And we're going to keep doing what we've been doing, setting it out and delineate between which is which until we eventually have it like we want it. And we will. I'm pretty sure even before this president gets out of office, things are moving that fast. That fast. They see what I see. The rest of the population may not have the right eyes, but this is moving fast. And it's not a war that they can win. They're just lashing out in an effort to stop the inevitable, which can't be done. So with that, I would tell them this. Maybe you should consider representing the fucking people. And like I said, before this term is out, all of you are going to have to deal with the 1,000-pound elephant in the room, the Epstein files. They wouldn't be so important if you hadn't to fuck with children. But once you fuck with children, you are in our lane now. So letting you go is not an option. And forgetting about it is not an option. Not dealing with it also not an option. And with that, good luck to you. There is time, but not for that. You get caught slipping, you will be got. But slipping or not, you will be targeted eventually. And that's from the colloquial level to the professional level. Okay? From those who don't really make a difference all the way to those who do. If you've involved yourself with children in any kind of harmful way, you are officially fucked. I am Source. I am 7. I am 1.